one play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. Got room at the 35. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Gleason. He looks that one in nicely.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for room. It's Stewart. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the first.
And the Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays, defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Rockets offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
Fast motion from the offense. Looking for space. It's Stewart.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Gleason. Quickly out to the tight end. Tackled, but he has a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Leaves it with the running back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. From the gun, give on the inside. The Rockets have a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Rockets getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to move it through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. A lot of offensive coordinators love to screen you to death and work the ball down the field, Jesse, but a negative play like that will take you out of your game plan.
And that's not the last screen that they've got in their playbook offensively. They're going to try and do it a few different other ways, but give the defense credit. D-line doing a nice job watching the quarterback, stopping the rush, and everybody just seemed to hone in on the running back in that screen.
Man, you see those tight ends catch the football. You're coming up and trying to get them on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poise. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurdle you or put that hand down. Nice job by the tight end breaking a tackle and getting some extra yards.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Jet sweep to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I love jet sweeps because it puts so much pressure on defenses with their eye discipline. It's really hard for these linebackers and DBs and defensive ends to locate a really fast receiver, cutting across the formation so quickly, getting the handoff. And you see that time, he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Toledo. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ball game.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. sideline and watching that long touchdown drive. They really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a...
He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time he's got his man. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Comes out throwing on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Brought down after 45. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Western Kentucky 14. Toledo 7.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Pressure coming. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone read. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Calls his own number. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He wants to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Gleason. Makes his connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. On the ground, it's Stewart. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Gleason. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And those outside linebackers nowadays are so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just now on the same page with this target.
The Rockets will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And the Hilltoppers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wide out. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He'll come out throwing on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Hilltoppers will hustle to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. A run for the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll immediately call timeout.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on first. He's taking the shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Hilltoppers will boot it away to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Looking to throw, it's Gleason. Dumps it off in the flats. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Finds the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get after.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Got the first down and more. Got a lot of running room. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rockets.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was
And it's blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. They keep attacking through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, this guy has been a weapon all game long. They've lined him up all over the field. He's run all different types of routes. The defense has not been able to cover him, and he's got now over 150 receiving yards.
And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. They'll try to pop the draw. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Hilltoppers are threatening in the red zone. They go to the draw. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
And the Hilltoppers are threatening on first and goal. He wants to throw it. Coming after him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, But how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Toledo, 13.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go.
He's off to the races. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Gleason. And wings it incomplete.
Brings up third down.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Third quarter with the score. Western Kentucky, 24. Toledo, 13.
And the Rockets are on the move.
42 Spider.
To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Catch in the middle, it's Torres. The Rockets pick up the first down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? You got all these analytics, 4th down, set it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion. He gets the big first down.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
On the ready.
2nd and 10 after the previous play.
Now 55.
He'll just keep slinging it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
From the gun, the ground game. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Tackle on play. At the 31-yard line. It's third down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads can call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll go to the ground. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's right on target. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The handoff, keep working on that clock. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Using his legs, it's Young. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He'll pull it on the read. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I think they keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about, what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit